So I'll be showing you how to set up your PS5 on your Samsung Smart TV and just take advantage of this Samsung TV and everything it can offer to make your gaming experience much better on your PS5. So the first thing you have to do obviously is connect the PS5 to power and then a high quality HDMI cable from the PlayStation to the TV. Now I know mine is connected to the HDMI 1 HDMI port because I did connect it physically and it's labeled. So the next thing you want to do is grab your PS5 controller and turn off the PS5. So just wait for a couple of seconds for the PS5 to boot up. It may or may not automatically detect. So mine has been detected, as you can see, automatically, and now it's going to add PlayStation button on the home screen. So let me just move it around and select where I want to place it, and then press the selection button. So from now on, whenever you want to go to the PS5, just come here and select it like that. Now sometimes your PS5 will automatically turn on game mode. Okay, now as you can see, game mode has been automatically enabled on my TV because it's detected a gaming console. So for now, let me just quickly get through with this. So if it's the first time you're connecting, then you'll get to this page where you need to adjust the display area. Now, using the arrows on your controller, you can either reduce the display area or increase it. You want to increase it to the maximum, okay, so that it fills up your whole screen properly, and then press OK on your controller. And then you're going to get to the screen where you need to adjust the HDR. So what you want to do is on this white screen, you want to make it brighter, and you want to go ahead and press this until you can barely see that that signal there. So just keep pressing. So I'm going to be pressing up, and as you can see, right there is where it's barely visible. Okay, and then I'll press on next, and then here I want to do the same. That's too visible, so let's go ahead and press the up arrow until it's barely visible, and then press on next. And then you have another one on the darker screen. So this one, when you increase, it becomes lighter and becomes more visible. So you want to press the down arrow. That's what you're looking at there, right there. Okay, so you're going to press it until it's barely visible. There you go. Then press OK, and that's it. We have now finished setting up our PlayStation on the PS5. Now there are a couple of settings on the TV that you're going to check out, and also on the PlayStation. So first of all, on the TV, just go home first. Now on the TV, like I said, game mode might be turned on automatically as soon as you connect your console, but in case it's not, you might want to go to settings, and on the quick settings panel you'll see game mode. It's currently set to auto. If it's set to off, then you might want to set it either on or automatic. Okay, and then once you enable that, actually once you enable game mode, that's going to automatically enable the sound mode for games and also the picture mode for games, as you can see. Okay, and then you can go to all settings, and under all settings go to connection, and then go to external device manager, and here you want to select input signal plus, and make sure the HDMI port that's connected to your PS5 is enabled for input signal plus. So currently, as you can see, I'm on HDMI 1 on my PS5, and that's enabled. So if it's disabled like that, make sure that is enabled. That greatly improves the signal coming from a PS5 to the TV. Now, once you do that, you can now go back and then go back again to connection. So under the connection menu, scroll down to game mode settings, select that. And like I said, game mode is set to auto. It's currently on because I'm on the PS5. So you can enable things like virtual aim point, and then you have game motion plus settings, which you can only enable once you've turned on game mode. Okay, so here the most important thing is game HDR. So you want to come here to enable. It's off by default, but if you choose basic, that enables basic HDR, and you can also go ahead and enable advanced HDR for gaming. That only is going to apply once game mode is enabled, and it's only going to be enabled when you connect your PS5 if you set it to auto. So that's basically it on the TV. Now let's go to the PS5. So I'll just hit the back button all the way back, and now I'll grab my PS5 controller and go to settings. So the first thing I want us to do is enable 3D sound. So on the settings, go down to sound, and then go to audio output. Make sure the output device is HDMI device, which is a TV. Now, in case you have a soundbar and you prefer to connect to the soundbar, then you can just come here and select the other device you might have connected. But since we're using the TV speakers, I'll just make sure that is set on TV, and then I'll go back to the left hand side panel, come down to 3D audio for TV speakers, select that, and then I'll set up 3D audio by selecting that at the bottom, that one right there. So select that. Now for this one, you're going to have to be a bit quiet. Maybe set your volume to about 30. And your TV is going to make some sounds to try and analyze its surroundings, and so that it's able to make the best 3D sound. So click on next, and then click on start measurement. Be quiet. So once it finishes measuring the room acoustics, it will tell you just press OK, and now you can now go ahead and enable 3D audio for your TV. So that's basically that for sound. If you prefer to use headphones, then you can always do that for the headphones as well. Now next, you want to go back to the main settings and then go to screen and video. Now here under video output, you want to go to current video output signal, select that, and as you can see, my TV supports 4K at 60 Hz. If you have a TV that supports 120 Hz and you have the correct cable, then you should have the option for 120 Hz. Okay, so make sure that is okay. If you know your TV supports 4K 60 and you're not seeing 4K 60 there, then you might have a faulty cable, or you might have plugged in your PS5 to the wrong HDMI cable. So just make sure you check and find the high-speed HDMI port and a high-speed HDMI cable, and use those to connect your PS5 to the TV. And then you can go back to the main settings of your PS5, and now I want us to choose between performance mode and resolution mode. So if you prefer performance over resolution, or if you prefer resolution over performance, then you can choose that by going to save data and game app settings, select that, and then go to game presets, select that, and then come here to performance mode or resolution mode, select that, and it's set to game default. And that basically means the setting is going to default to the specific game that you're trying to play. Now you can force it to go into performance mode, where it gives you performance over resolution in case the resources are limited, or resolution mode to give you more resolution over performance in case the resources are limited. Now, of course, if the game you're playing can offer both, then you'll be in good hands. But in case it doesn't, then you can choose either performance mode or resolution mode, depending on your personal preference. And that's basically it. So now that you've set everything up, I prefer to leave mine on default so it can keep changing. But you can set it to whatever you want. And now we are ready to use our PS5 on the Samsung Smart TV and get a full experience and enjoy gaming here. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments and questions down below, and good luck.